that should do it, guys. Sorry about that.
So what are we doing?
So we're playing. I'm gonna play tonight. Link to the Past.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that familiar with this game at all. I had the, I think I had the Nintendo Power that talked about this game.
Did I have the map? Because there's a pretty sweet map in game, actually. Looks like that.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah. So, oh, interesting. So, I need to load a state because.
Did you play the first Zelda a lot? When it first,
not a lot, but
when it first came out?
plenty.
Or?
Yeah.
What was your what do you call it? Your experience with the first Zelda game?
Well, my experience now is tainted by Bit Brigade.
Oh, really? Just because you know everything that happens?
And I know, like, I mean, I don't know how. I still couldn't do it better, but it's like, well, I'm never going to be that good, so why bother? But I remember playing the first Zelda, so I got the Master Sword already.
Oh, cool.
So that's how you have to get into...
Where do you get the Master Sword from in this one?
Is it working? I'm recording now. Legend of Zelda. Can you hear us now, guys?
Yeah. Can you hear us and see us okay? We went with pink light. I think pink's the way to go tonight. Feeling pink.
Sound is good. Sweet. Yeah. That was operator error. It wasn't a technical thing. That was a... Anyway, we were talking about my experience. I think, actually, this, which you missed because I already beat Ganon once, and he's like, well, little whippersnapper, you're tougher than I thought, but I'm going to take you into the dark world. So that's where I am now.
Oh, okay.
But I think this is the first game where they introduced the concept of batting his own magic. Like
back at him?
Yeah.
Oh, so that wasn't introduced in Ocarina of Time.
Well, this was before, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but my...
Oh, it wasn't introduced. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because my first experience is Ocarina of Time, where you're like doing that when you get to Ganon the first form.
Yeah, so that happens. And you can't do that with anything but the Master Sword. Not that you can get to him without it, but... what is this? Yeah. Link to the Past album confirmed. Oops. But the main thing that you'll notice here, guys, is how the difference in like skill in terms of video game playing Josh and I are. I'm like I can do it, and I've played this game many times, so we'll see if any of it's still in my brain. That's going to be the hard part. But I'm going to die a lot. I'm just going to put that out there right now. So where we are, for those of you who've played before.
Look at those trees.
Yeah.
What a cool...
And they're redoing some of this like design work in 3D for the...
Oh, for the new one?
For the new one on Switch, which I never played on Game Boy. What's it called? Awakening? Link's Awakening?
You're going to get that, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
We should stream that.
Yeah.
On my setup, I was able to stream... We were able to get the Switch going easy.
Yeah.
So...
It'll work here too.
Really?
I think your PlayStation will work here. I have one of those like because we're streaming from a PC.
Oh.
So everything's a little bit easier.
Everything's a little bit easier.
This is my gaming PC. Which I don't use that much anymore. But I bought it when Overwatch came out, and I played the crap out of that game.
Nice. Do you still play that game?
No.
Why not?
I just don't have time, and I feel like the world just got so much better than me, so it just kind of became not fun anymore.
Yeah.
See, now I can go here because the last castle... So anyway, what I was going to say was you beat 3 dungeons in the light world. Mm-hmm. You get 3 medallions, which allow you to get the Master Sword out of the jungle, or out of the Lost Woods, I think it's called.
Lost Woods.
It's the Lost Woods. Although there's no, like... in the first one... You have to go a specific way, or you always end up at the beginning.
Yeah, right.
This one, you just go through some tunnels.
Okay.
And in Breath of the Wild, they do it. How do I make this bigger?
Zoom in.
Want to party up at some point? Yeah, see? I've heard about Awakening being really good. That's what he's saying. Maybe
Which one's Awakening?
Link's Awakening, the one they're remaking.
Oh, okay.
Is that the one that was for Game Boy? Link's Awakening?
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
Oh, so it's not this one.
No, this is Link to the Past.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Link to the Past is not the game they're making for the Switch coming out.
Correct.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting, interesting. So this is the Game Boy.
Yes. And apparently it's got some really good puzzles,
Mm-hmm.
really good stuff.
I'll play it.
Yeah. It's supposed to be dope.
Breath of the Wild was so fantastic.
I still have not beat
Finished it?
it. Because, and I'll tell you why, is because I feel like I put so much time
Mm-hmm.
into that game that when I beat it, I'm going to be sad that it's over.
Oh, you fear the ending?
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly. Yes, I'm going to
Because
be...
you don't want to.
I don't want to, yeah.
Weird. Interesting.
So A Link Between Worlds,
I always charged
that was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now I'm just wandering around like I bought a house
You bought a house?
in Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
Oh, in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I'm doing all the weird stuff that you don't have to do at all. But there's so
Did
much
I buy
going
a house
on
in Breath of the Wild? I
in
don't.
Breath of the Wild.
I can't remember buying a house.
Yeah, I was just started the building a village.
Building a village in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah. It's like a multi-part, 100-part side quest or something.
Is it a DLC?
I don't think that is. A lot of the little like treasures you find are DLC. So anyway,
What?
it's handy that in this game the dungeons are numbered where you're supposed to go next, which is
Wait, so you can build a village in Breath of the Wild?
yeah.
What?
Why
did I miss this?
Because if you didn't get a house, you didn't start that quest. Because you send one of the builders to a new place before you buy your house.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, well, if I ever see you out there, come talk to me. And then he's like on this little floating island, I guess. And he's
Okay.
like, well, I've decided to start from scratch. And then he's like, bring me some wood. You bring him some wood. And then he's like, you know what I need? I need a Goron to help me chew up rocks. So you have to go find the right Goron somewhere in the world.
Uh-huh.
And so I admit that I looked up some of that stuff.
I had no idea that. It's just a side mission
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Okay. Huh. No, I did not know that. I
So
kind of played that
I'm
game.
gonna die right now. Hold on.
I played that game really OG where I did not look anything up
Yeah.
on the internet.
Can I just buy a potion? I have 2 fairies, so oh no, I don't have 2 fairies. So I'll buy this beaker.
So what are you doing here?
I was just about to die, so it's been a while since I played this one. So I gotta be honest, I don't exactly remember what to do next.
Mm-hmm. Dark Souls is essentially this game, right? Like,
I don't know.
kinda.
Get off me, bro. Oops, where am I going?
That's kind
I
of
went
like the
wrong
way I've been explaining Dark Souls to myself.
Is it just in terms of there's 2 different worlds, or what?
No, I guess just it's like the controls are really specific.
Is it looking down like this?
No, it's third person.
Okay.
You know, I wouldn't say it's the game design that I'm saying. It's more like, I guess, conceptually. Just you're going on adventure. But this is more like it's a big environment and you have to get things.
Right.
I
You
don't
can't
know, I
get
guess
somewhere until you get certain things.
There's some of that in Dark Souls. I guess Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2 is feeling more linear.
I didn't play any of that.
It's so fun. I just got past a part in Dark Souls 2 that I couldn't get past, and it's just sweet.
Puppies.
Dogs barking. I can shoot. I can throw lightning bolts now.
I thought you were gonna say I could shoot one of the dogs.
No.
Like, what are you talking about?
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
Come here, Penny. Come
Penny,
Here. Come here.
you all have met
Come here.
Batty, right?
Come here.
Penny's my crazy dog.
Poor Penny.
Oh.
Puppers.
But she's getting a little tubby because she tore her ACL because she's such a maniac. And now she can't do anything.
Yeah, now she just barks. Just barks.
So here's the first example of having to swap between
Worlds?
worlds. So you
Okay.
use this magic mirror. And certain things that you do in one world affect the other one.
That's cool.
Wait, that's not gonna work.
Typical duality.
Yeah, so I have to flood or like let the water out here so that I can swim. Although I don't think I can swim yet, so that's gonna be interesting. I have to go get a Zora something or other.
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Teach
No,
you
I
to
think
swim.
you get the Zora scale or something. But you'll see when I go back in here now. See, the water's drained here too.
Mm-hmm.
And now I could swim across if I could swim, but I think I can't swim yet. So let's see. Does anyone remember where to get the Zora scale? It's up in. Do you do it in the dark or the light world? Anybody? Penny. So we were supposed to keep Penny quiet and chill for like 6 to 8 weeks to see if she could get used to not having an ACL. But she's just incapable of chill. So
Yeah.
you're on TV.
So famous. Here, turn around. Cute puppy.
I have another dog, but she doesn't like it in here for some reason. There's a gateway somewhere inside the swamp. No, if I remember correctly, it's up here, like right below number 7, but I can't remember if it's in dark or light, but I think we can go find out pretty easily.
Okay.
So this is like Ganon's mad world of... Oh, we can do that.
Oh, sweet.
Let's go that way. Got it. See? There's gonna be a lot of this.
Backtracking.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
Ow!
that's
Bees!
Bees!
I can catch the bee, but I can't remember what to do with the bee once you caught it.
You caught a bee! Maybe release it in...
Small dogs do not know how to chill. Yeah. Well, my other dog is fairly chill. She's pretty small. But she's just terrified of life, so
Yeah.
could be that.
She's just cowers.
Yeah. Batty doesn't really know how to chill, does she?
She chills a lot. She sleeps
Really?
all the time. That's all she does is chill with me.
Yeah.
But she loves socializing. So
Yeah. We were trying to eat dinner. My daughter is sick. We were trying to eat dinner, and we had Batty on the other side of this little gate.
Yeah.
She did not like that. Yeah.
Yeah. She's such a baby. Little baby dog.
Walked right into that one, didn't I? Not the bees. Water affects both worlds because when you go back in there, the dungeon is flooded and you can swim across, and that's how you start the second dungeon. But I can't remember how to swim, so I have to start there. You get the power glove in this game. The power glove.
Is it really
It's
the
so
power
bad.
glove?
It's called the power glove.
Is it in your items?
Yeah. See? Oh, is it really the power glove? It's kind of the power glove.
Is it? Is it called the power glove?
It's called the power glove. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Where does it say
Right
that?
there under. I can't get to it to show you, but
Yeah. But
when you get it, it says you got the power glove.
Really?
And then Link goes, "It's so bad."
really?
No.
That would be sweet. Oh man, I'd be so bummed out if I had missed that as a kid. That would have been my favorite tie-in ever. What?
I don't want to buy another freaking. I'll just die.
What is that thing? Is that a rat?
Everyone gets turned into some other form of themselves. Like when you first come here, you turn into a little rabbit, but then you have the what is it called?
Book of Madura?
No, it's called like the moon. Oh, there it is. I can't get to it, but it's that circle thing.
Yeah.
The orb of the moon or whatever, and it makes it so you keep your form when you go to the dark world.
Weird.
But the first time you come here, you're just this little rabbit, and everything's trying to kill you, and you have no weapons or anything. Just like your cover of "Send Me an Angel" is literally the only reason I know that.
Phrase. That phrase. Flightbot Jetwing, but you can call him Jet.
So let's see.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
That line is so great. I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
So I'm gonna try. Ah! Fucker. Oops. No, that's not right. Did you guys ever get to try one? Yeah, my buddy had a Power Glove, and
I had one, yeah, for a
now
minute.
yours is in the studio.
Oh yeah, you cut it and
We
mounted
turned it into art.
That's
because
right.
It's pretty much useless.
It was
you didn't,
the worst.
You didn't have the. You didn't still have the sensors or anything, did you?
Yeah, I had the whole setup.
Oh, wow.
I had it all. I had a full rig,
But it's full on garbage.
it was just so bad. It got to the point where it was fun having the nostalgic pieces, but when you'd actually put it together, you're like, God, it's so bad. I figured out a way.
It's so bad, literally.
Yeah, it was just awful. It doesn't improve anything. There was on Mega Man or certain games or like a Super Mario, you could. I remember I figured out a way to assign it so I did jump on my thumb and then fire balls with the finger, so you could be like do
Right.
do 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 like this. But the sensors, the front sensors, and all this stuff was just the worst.
Yeah, garbage.
So you'd have to I'd have to figure out some way to disable it, and then use the G-pad on the thing. But it was just so impossible. And I think I still had the booklet and everything too, but that really didn't help a whole lot. It was a terrible device. It looked really cool.
What game did he played? Some driving game.
Rad Racer.
Rad Racer, yeah.
Rad Racer. I can't remember if it's the first one or the second
There's
one.
no way he was doing that.
Yeah, but that's the
Yeah.
thing, is that's what you thought was like, you were like,
I'm gonna be driving a steering wheel.
yeah, and you're like, yes! But yeah, they had these two sensors, one on the lower corner of the screen, one up here, and then one up here.
Can you explain what line what movie that's from? Because people are confused.
Oh, The Wizard? Yeah, it's the Fred Savage
Fred
movie.
Savage joint.
Fred Savage, who else? I can't remember the girl, but she's the lead singer of Rilo Kiley.
I
Now?
just call her Rilo Kiley.
That's not her name.
I
That's the
know.
name of her band. But
God damn it.
I forget what her name is. But and then Christian Slater's in it. And
He is?
yeah, and I think Bo Bridges is in it. Jeff Bridges' brother, right? Or someone who looks like Bo Bridges. Can't remember.
What
Anyway,
do you want, little man?
Their dad, the guy who plays their
I
dad.
want the flippers.
But it's basically a commercial for Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
And Universal Studios Hollywood, because the whole point of the movie is his brother wants to run away to compete in a.
You see that? I got the flippers. I remembered where they were.
Oh, sweet!
So.
You just sort of wandered this way, and it
Well, I
worked
knew
out.
Zora's Kingdom was up here somewhere.
Nice.
I'm gonna die on the way back, but that's alright.
It's fine. Well, you still keep your items, right?
But yeah, they basically they have like an autistic brother.
The brother,
Right?
no, he's not autistic. He's like catatonic. Like he was shocked really badly as a kid, traumatized. Like he saw his sister die. She drowned in front of him or something.
Really?
Yeah,
I remember
that's
the story being that.
They don't open with it, but they're like, "What's wrong with him? He's stupid or whatever." He's like, "No, he saw his sister drown or whatever." And so the whole movie is he wants to go to California because he wants to go to the last place they were as a family, in California, which was this vacation they all went
Right,
on.
which sounds like a really sweet movie, but then how does the video game convention get? It's like...
It's just by happenstance.
Okay.
It's just, but yeah, it's like Tommy, that kind of like that pinball movie Tommy or something. Like he's like, you know, he can't communicate, but he's a genius at video games,
right.
basically, you know. And he's like, what? We didn't know you had this power. We gotta show somebody. And there's a big competition in California.
Perfect.
And he keeps going, California. And we're like, we gotta go. And it just kind of
right.
all ties in. And then, you know, Christian Slater's the big brother, and he's got to chase him down. And, you know, it's not a great movie, but it's fun.
I have fond memories of it.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was, and then.
But I loved some shitty movies that don't hold up. Have you seen it recently?
No, I have it on DVD somewhere, so I could probably.
We
bust
put
it
it
out.
on at some show, didn't we? But we didn't.
Yeah, it's fun to keep on in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It's like a, you know, what do you call it? A travel flick, road trip movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do Send Me an Angel. That was one of like the 4 movies during that year the movies were made that song appeared in.
We did okay on that cover.
Yeah, we did
It
okay.
was pretty good.
We did.
I think Burn was much better cover.
Sure. I think it's just because we got better at recording.
Yeah.
I remember there was some. We were gonna put lines from the movie Rad in Send Me an Angel also at one point. Do you remember that?
No, I don't. But we can plug our podcast, and people who listen to that will realize that I don't remember much about stuff.
Anything.
Yeah.
You can
Somehow I
listen-
remembered where the dang flippers were in.
Yeah. You
Link to the
usually just
Past.
wander in the right direction.
Yeah.
Seems
But I
to
can't
work.
remember what we did in terms creatively. Probably because there's a lot of Jameson involved,
Mm-hmm.
which there's less of that now. So maybe I'll remember the future. Remember the future? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm not drinking right now.
You should be. Are you cutting it out again?
No, not particularly, but I don't need to drink on a Thursday when I got up early.
Oh yeah, you got to get up on the Momo.
Yeah.
So we can't finish this game tonight.
We couldn't finish it tonight anyway. So maybe, what's his name from Bit Brigade? Zach? Zach? Is that his name?
Zach?
No. Somebody. See, I can't remember anything. The guy who plays video games.
Right. Right.
Ugh.
What are those? Those are terrifying. Skulls?
Little rocks that come to life. Yeah, no big deal. I think you get the hook shot. They introduced the hook shot in this game.
Do you have it yet?
No, but I think you get it. Somehow, I remember that you get it in this dungeon.
Yeah. See, yeah, again, like my first introduction to the hook shot was Ocarina. Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's not correct at all.
I love the hook shot was so cool in
Where am I going? I missed it.
Ocarina. It's another game where you go back to
It's
it
pretty cool. Oh my god, yeah. I got that 3DS just
just to play that
to
again.
play that game in 3D,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't even use the 3D all the time because it made my head hurt.
Yeah, it was like a headache machine for me. It was basically like an entire platform I skipped.
Really? I just did it, and they're gonna make me do it again. All right, that's fine.
Really?
Yeah. See, so the water's here.
Uh-huh.
I have to go into the light world, the magic mirror. So I guess Zelda has always been about duality, like.
There's always
The
like
time.
two things. Yeah, time.
And
Ocarina, I was thinking like it's the same thing where you go to the same area, but
Right.
there's an alternate version of it.
Right. So that didn't happen in the first one, but they started that pretty early. I never played,
I mean, the first
Zelda
one you have
2.
overworlds and underworlds.
but you have dungeons.
Yeah.
That's a thing. So anyway, see the water's drained,
Okay.
but now it's drained in this world too. So there's a few things that
Oh.
affect each other. And now that I have the flippers, look at me go! I can swim! Wait, I'll swim this way first.
He looks like he's really struggling. He's taking in a lot of water. I think he's dying.
I don't think you can die from drowning.
You can't die from pneumonia in this game.
If you probably can in Breath of the Wild. That game is
So
deep and realistic.
Yeah. That game was fantastic. I can't believe you could build a village. I missed that. I played that game pretty deep. I don't remember looking up much online.
You have to, I feel like.
Really?
It's just too big. I mean, you could wander around if you had time, but...
I tried to ignore the internet on that game and just kind of enjoy the world a little bit more. But I didn't do a whole lot of... I didn't like...
Those little Hershey's Kisses are back from the first one. That split into...
Oh, is that what those are?
I don't know what they are.
They were blobs, right?
They always reminded me of Hershey's Kisses.
These totally look like an upgraded version of the Nintendo dungeons.
Are you keeping an eye on the chat?
No, not at all.
Okay.
The wizard. You bought a potion, by the way.
I already used it.
Simon Ashtier says he was listening to our cover of Burn when the Twitch alert popped.
That's hella meta. I feel like I'm getting killed really easily. Like damage hurts me
Too quickly?
Yeah, and I know there's like power rings or there's different.
Or an armor?
There's an armor or something. I can't quite remember that.
You got a different colored tunic in this one?
Ooh, I can't remember. If anyone knows the answer to that one, feel free.
Yeah, I'm no help. I don't remember.
Push this.
Can't believe I didn't have this game. I wonder why I skipped it.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It wasn't like I didn't want it.
I bet you didn't want it.
I remember the reason I got a Super Nintendo was Street Fighter 2. It was
which I never owned. That's
You
maybe
never
why I'm so
owned?
bad at it now.
Oh. Me, Schneider, it's really fun to play Schneider at Street Fighter because I feel like he's around my skill level. Like, I feel like I know all the moves, but I can't compete by any means. And so...
And that's how he is?
And yeah, we both know the same amount, so like when we play, it's fun. It's a fun battle back and forth. I'm like, yeah, okay, I lose, you lose.
Oh, man.
You know, it's just perfect instead of just me obliterating somebody or me just getting obliterated the whole time and just feeling butthurt.
That's kind of like why I'm afraid to tell people sometimes that I like to play video games, because they'll suggest playing something that I'm super bad at, and then like it happened the other day. A colleague brought his Switch and he's like, "Dude, let's play Smash Brothers." I was like, "Okay."
Oh,
and
right,
then,
that one.
And I was like, I just really don't know how to play. I don't think it's a bad game. Not knocking it. I just don't know how to play. I never played it.
I died. Oh, I'm sorry, man.
It's alright.
Is that permanent?
Nope.
Does it tell you how many times you died in this? Like it did the first one?
Not.
First one, it had a number.
No, it didn't.
It had a number next to your name, and that was how many times you died in Zelda.
I did not know that.
Yeah, in the original. And that was the only way it documented anything. It was like, oh yeah, 37. You died 37 times.
Yeah. Somebody look up our buddy's name from Bit Brigade, because now I'm embarrassed.
I think it's Dylan.
It's not Dylan.
Chris. Brad.
No.
Connor.
Stop just guessing. I feel your pain. I suck at the game, but enjoy making rounds chaotic. We're talking about
Smash Brothers, yeah. Yeah, I played my only familiarity with the game series is the one that came out for Wii, and supposedly that was the one everyone hated. It was like, what? Oh, because people were like buying GameCube controllers so they could play the Wii version.
You can pull on these guys' tongues, I think.
But I liked it. It was fun. It was when we all lived at the Mansfield. I had that game. That was like a really fun game to live in a house in a group.
Yeah.
That's a good group of dudes game.
Didn't Pete Monday come down a lot to play that
Pete
one?
Monday played Street Fighter with me.
Oh, gotcha.
Like he was Pete Monday lived upstairs.
Pete Monday is a solid individual.
Yeah, he was a really cool guy. He was older than us and he lived above us, and when we started the Megas, he helped us, like he just gave us like recording tips.
Yeah,
I remember.
he was a musician, like a successful one.
Yeah, he was like a recording he did his own music, but he also like would record other artists, kind of what you started kind of doing. And then yeah, he lived upstairs. He was like the older, more responsible guy, but he was cool. And he would come down when his wife would go to sleep, because
His wife was a lawyer.
Yeah, she was a lawyer, so she had to go to bed early, and so he'd like sneak down. He'd be like, "Hey man, you want to play Street Fighter?" And I'd be like, "Hell yeah!" We'd boot it up and start playing. I got the Super Nintendo hooked up, and we just played old school Super Nintendo Street Fighter 2, and he was hella good at it. He was really good at Chun-Li. Like Chun-Li was his character, and he would just get in this throw. He would jump and throw, because he would just find the right, and he'd be like, "Oh, come on, come on!" It was great.
I have to find some way to knock them shits down. It's probably in here.
Mm.
So there's these like switch things. Can't really describe what they are. Oh, but I have a key. They look like little Metroids.
Oh, it totally does.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to?
I don't know. Ah, crap.
I guess it's a jellyfish, so yeah.
But then this thing, that one that's shining, is some kind of, I forget what it's called, but you hit it and it switches the...
Oh,
But
yeah.
there's orange ones and they go up now, so you have to figure out
Where the orange one is?
or like which one you need down to do something.
Mm.
This is going a lot smoother so far than the first dungeon, by the way. I feel like this is a pretty good showing. I've only died once.
Well, if I ever do a Dark Souls, you'll feel a lot better, because the whole point... Are those... Is that...
Gunshot?
It totally sounds like gunshots. It's like...
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. Well, I kept hearing a knock, like, doing... on the outside.
That's just the wind.
Yeah,
That's literally sounded like gunshots.
it totally did.
What a world we live in.
I know.
Not to like get political, but are you're kind of a gun guy. You
I'm not a
you
gun
own
guy.
guns though.
I've been
right?
given guns.
Gotcha.
I
Would you have bought one at this point if you weren't given one?
I wouldn't. I don't actively. I'm just not a. I'm not a. I don't really do much with them, so I don't think I don't have a interest in them. But I understand. I have a lot of family who
Sure.
that are super into guns, so I get growing up with guns. Like my dad, my grandpa, everybody grew up with guns. So it was around me. It's like, you know, going hunting and stuff was kind of normal for us. And like my dad, the coolest gun is this jackrabbit gun my dad bought.
It's like to shoot jackrabbits, or it's called a jackrabbit gun?
It's just literally that's what it's for. You wear it was for a farmer where you wear it as a sidearm on the tractor, and then when you see jackrabbits, you're like,
Jesus.
you know, you kill, you know, or a gopher. It's just like
Gotcha.
it's a one-shot sort of gun, and it looks like an old west type of gun. It's just kind of neat, but I don't know. I'm not. I definitely don't have a problem. With not. I'm just not a gun guy.
Right.
I'm not really into it. So I think they're fine. I understand the need for them, and I think my mom really.
See, now here's a situation where I made the wrong choice earlier.
What?
Now
What'd you do?
The orange things are up.
Uh-huh.
So I need to go back, hit that. I don't know exactly what I have to do.
Hmm.
Hold on. I have to die first.
You have to die.
Yeah.
have to learn from your mistakes. What I was gonna say is what's Dark Souls.
Right.
The whole point of Dark Souls is to die.
Gotcha.
Like the whole point of that game is to just like
die and try again.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this room's impossible. Just run in and do a suicide run. Activate all the traps, and then you're like, okay, cool. And then
Right, gotcha.
you know, it's like learning from your mistakes. You also like you build your character, you get stronger, and you learn like when you run into similar enemies, you know their patterns now. But it's not a anyone can get good at it too. What's great is I got Matt Maurer into it. Matt Maurer's not a video game guy, and he
worked on a video game.
Yeah, but he's not a video game guy. Like he plays video games, but he's not. He wouldn't call himself. I guess I don't know. He plays a lot now, but I think he was more into. He didn't really He didn't call himself like a gamer or anything, you know.
Trial and error and memory.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of trial and error and memory. And they change up. I mean, I guess there's some things that change up periodically, but they'll do like cheap traps. You know, like when you open a chest, sometimes it can chomp you.
Gotcha.
But it's great. I started with Bloodborne, which was
a very action-oriented version of...
What was that game? Sorry to interrupt, but what was that game with like you were like this kind of hot chick with glasses and guns?
Oh yeah, Bayonetta.
Bayonetta.
Yeah, that game was great. Played the first one. I played the hell out of the first one. Second one I think was on the Wii U or something strange.
And they're doing another one, I think. Oh, come on now. See, I had 2 hearts. I feel like that
took off too much.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to get some more life up in this. Maybe I'll utilize some of these arrows.
There you go. Beatty. Come here.
I guess I could go buy a...
You want to be famous?
Come here. Here comes Penny. She's like,
Penny's
no,
like...
Oh, no, you don't.
Batty gets jealous, though.
Come here. You want to say hi? Batty, come here.
You nut.
The one thing that's frustrating about this game is there's no diagonal attack.
Yeah.
And but things can attack you diagonally.
They have diagonal attacks?
The one thing he can't do.
See?
Yeah, that's all they do.
Yeah, and so you have to like kind of you have to kind of figure out, do I face this way or this way?
It's the age-old battle between, you know, up, down, left, right.
BA, select, start.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, the diagonals.
I think I may need to go buy a potion or 2 to make it through.
There was this comic my brother was really into. I think I have the first 6. It was like a mini-series. Oh, wait, what? Someone said something about Dark Souls?
Yeah. I think I can make it bigger this way.
Whoa. Don't break it. Yeah. Make it real big.
Okay.
Trial, error, and memory.
Yeah. Hit it, then quit it. I honestly think Dark Souls was built for the sole purpose of feeding neuroticism. Yeah.
Josh is that type of gamer, though.
Yeah, I love it. I love punishing myself until I get it right. It's great in stages, too, because you can play it for an hour and put it down pretty easily. I think some games...
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like you get addicted to progress when you make progress, but it's such a difficult game that it's fun to just pick up, kind of run at an impossible situation for a minute, and then just put it down.
Right.
And yeah, just balls to the walls. So
I think I made a wrong choice here. Okay, sorry.
You need to concentrate.
Yeah, I do a little bit. I have to remember. So I need to go back to that room with the orange down. Okay.
Yeah, the bonfires were perfect little checkpoints. Yeah, it was so cool. First game, it was
By the way, this is a
great.
little secret that you're kind of safe in a doorway. So you can attack.
Oh, this is like the this is how you cheese a level.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Resident Evil 2? or
No.
any of the Resident
I
Evils?
watched you play Resident Evil 2 at the Mansfield, I believe.
Was it 2?
Or no, you know what I watched you play?
It was one of them.
It was
4.
It was that other one that was really scary with Pyramid Head.
Oh, Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Love that game.
Me and Pete Monday would come down and
I was on a shoot, I remember, and I was like, you were calling me. It was back. Oh, you're in the doorway again?
yeah. But anyway, what?
You called me. I was working, and I remember you're like, hey, we're in a room, and we don't know where to go. Like, and you're explaining the situation that just happened, and you were just like, it was horrifying, and there was this red pyramid head, and I was like, oh, so you met the pyramid head guy, right? And you're like, who was that? What was that? And I was like, I'm not telling you. It was so great. Yeah, that game was fantastic. It's so scary and weird. And they kept trying to recapture. The problem with that game is, too, it was Silent Hill 2, right? I think that was the one.
I don't know.
I think it was Silent Hill 2.
It was scary.
For
That's all I
PlayStation
remember.
2.
Those nurses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I played all the sequels, but, like, that one was so great, and it was just... They just kind of repackaged the movie Jacob's Ladder into a game. And, like, when you watch Jacob's Ladder, you're like, oh, all these, like, scenes and set pieces are in one way or another in this game, kind of spread out. Like,
I don't remember Jacob's Ladder.
Jacob's Ladder is this movie with, what's his name?
Okay.
There you go. Big key.
Now I can get the hook shot, I think.
The guy from Howard the Duck. He was also in Shawshank Redemption.
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins. So, Tim Robbins is...
Shawshank Redemption is my favorite movie of all time, but
Yeah, I feel the same way. Howard the Duck is my favorite movie.
we both have Tim Robbins.
So Tim Robbins, he's like, it's this weird movie where he fights in Vietnam and he comes back and he's kind of tortured by it and he starts seeing demons. And I won't tell you any more than that. But anyway, there's like, it's kind of a mind F of a movie. Like, you're like, what's real and what isn't and all this stuff. But like, there's, fast forward to like one of the final scenes of the movie, he's sitting in this room and like oh nice, boing, oh the hook shot.
Yeah, so this is where you first
Okay.
meet the hook shot, and it can do
Oh, that's
the
sweet.
same thing it can do
Uh-huh.
in other games, but it's super handy, and it can hurt things.
That's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, they basically totally ripped this movie off. It's a great movie, and interesting, but there's this scene with Macaulay Culkin when
Wait, what are we talking about again? Jacob's Ladder?
Jacob's Ladder, the
Not
movie.
Howard the Duck.
No, not Howard the Duck. Jacob's Ladder. Yeah, there's this scene where, Macaulay Culkin comes down like a little staircase and invites him up the stairs, sort of thing. And he like walks up, and it was like, there's a very similar scene and location in Silent Hill 2. It's like the final area you're in. And I was like, oh my god, that looks exactly like when I watched the movie.
Have you ever done any sort of research on
Yeah, I looked
similarities or whatever?
I looked it up, and they said that was the
Inspiration?
yeah, like
Okay.
visually they kind of used elements from that, but they had other things they were borrowing from. But it was just such a great idea. I don't think that's what made the game so good. I don't know what it was. Just the story and execution of the game. I think it also it famously had a huge budget.
The game?
Yeah, that one. And they kind of went like overboard with it. So it was like well received by kind of like a cult base, but I don't know if it really destroyed sales wise. Maybe that's why it kind of fell off, or they just couldn't get the same team to do it.
What do you think? I thought you were safe in doorways. Apparently not. Can I pull this? What was I saying?
We were talking about Silent Hill 2.
Yeah,
and
what do you
then-
think because I feel like we've gone, what was like the height of that whole thing where they used famous people in video games? It's got to be one of the Call of Duties, right? Because then you had
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey and the dude from Avatar. And
Yeah, I don't know. There,
Was there famous voice actors in Silent Hill?
No, no. They had this. The guy they hired was this white guy who lived in Japan. He was like a Japanese businessman from America. Like he did Japanese business, but he was from America. Okay. He was an American. And so
I get it. I get the concept.
Right, right. So he had like a very specific look for a guy in Japan, basically, I guess is what I'm saying. And so he saw that there was a casting or something, and they were looking for like certain kind of somebody, and he was like, "Oh yeah, totally. I would like to try it out." And he got the part randomly. So he was kind of like not really an actor, but dabbled in it and got the part. And then
as the voice actor. Did they use his likeness?
They used mocap for him too.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so like the cutscenes in that are really strange and awkward because they actually physically acted them out. And you can watch some of the on YouTube. You can watch some of the behind the scenes for it, but they have a lot of it like blacked out. And he actually came out and tried to do a class action suit against Konami because they wanted to do a making of documentary.
But they didn't get his permission.
But yeah, they weren't going to give him credit or any money for it. So he said.
That's not a class action.
Yeah, not. But I think he was trying to get them to, because they released it anyway, just with fuzzing out his face, and so he was coming at them with something.
Come at me, bro.
But anyway, it was interesting, like the way they did it, which explains
I was a
why.
Actor
oh yeah, you were.
Time.
For a minute, you lived across. We lived across the street from that.
Wushu studio.
Yeah. It's too bad that place isn't there anymore.
That was awesome.
What is it now? Have you seen it lately?
No, it's still some kind of studio. It's some art studio.
Mm-hmm. I drive by it every once in a while, but I can't tell what it is. Did I tell you about the time I auditioned for a mocap with Matt Mercer?
Who's Matt Mercer?
Matt Mercer is the voice of... He's in Resident Evil 6. He was Leon S. Kennedy. He also does the voice of what's his name? Fei Ling. Is it Fei? Fei Long. Fei Long from Street Fighter in Street Fighter 4.
Nice.
And he does a ton of voices like in. He played.
What's up, JC?
Oh, JC's in there. He did Thundercats. He played Tigra in Thundercats when they revived that cartoon. He does like a show on YouTube right now where he hosts.
The name sounds super familiar.
We played a show for him. That's why you remember.
Oh.
That we put way back in the day. We played his birthday party at the Good Hurt.
Oh yeah.
I think it was the show where they said congrats on the freshie.
That is the show.
Is that the show?
Yeah. That's where that phrase came from. Why did I go back around? That was unnecessary. I guess to get those hearts. What are we talking about? McCree Overwatch. Matt Mercer?
Oh, he's that character too? That's cool. Yeah, he does a ton of voices. So, why was I talking about him? I can't remember.
The audition for mocap?
Oh, yeah, I was talking about the mocaps. Right? He was just there at the audition, I remember,
Gotcha.
when I saw him. He had just, at the time, the show, the revival of Thundercats just was starting up. And I was like, oh my god, you're on Thundercats. He was like, oh yeah, cool, thanks.
Yeah, cool. Shh.
He's like, get out of here. But no, he's really nice. He's cool.
Oh.
Bummer. But I went in and it was like I prepared and memorized it. I think I did really, really good. But they gave it to what's his name, the dude who does everything. I didn't even know what game it was.
The Red Dead Redemption guy.
Who is he? He played the guy who plays the main character's voice in BioShock Infinite. The main character that you play as, that's him. Pretty sure that's him. He does like all the voices. He also was in. He did the voice
Troy
of
Baker.
Troy Baker.
Thank you.
He also did the voice of in Metal Gear Solid, the last Metal Gear Solid of Ocelot, right? As well, I think. Anyway, myself, so I'm super into this stuff.
Noise.
Yeah. So anyway, they gave it to him, which is fine. He's a fantastic actor, but it was just frustrating because I'm like, he's in everything. He plays every main character. If you're just gonna give it to him, why did you even bother calling me? I didn't see him at the audition.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway.
It's like that. You ever see Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
I've actually never seen that movie.
It's really good. Shane Black's, he's crazy, but he makes great movies. But there's a scene in there. Robert Downey Jr. is an actor, or he's not an actor. He's a thief, but he stumbles in on an audition and ends up getting the part. Yeah. But basically, somebody tells him, like, you were never going to get the role. They just started the deal to make Colin Farrell's price go down. That was a line in the movie. So I wonder if that happens in real life.
I'm sure it does. There's a lot of, like, I mean, shows get made just because it's an obligation.
He also played the Joker in the Arkham? No, I thought that was...
Really? Was that him?
I thought that was the guy from Star Wars, Mark Hamill.
In the Arkham?
I'm almost positive it's
Maybe it was a different Arkham series. Maybe the cartoon, or...
Oh, the cartoon, not the game?
Well, in the game, yeah, it was Mark Hamill for...
The guy from Star Wars, I said. It's true.
Yeah, he's really good. But I remember when I auditioned for the scene, they don't tell you what project it's for, and they just told me when I went in. Ooh, yes. Like, I have this scene, and I have a brother, and they're like, so you have superpowers.
Nice.
And you're really strong now, and your brother, who is like a cop, he used to be the big brother. He's the strong guy. You're kind of the rebellious type.
This is this is mocap.
This is the mocap audition, and you act. You're in a square, so it's just real theatrical. So you just play it like you would on stage, basically, And so you just do a scene, and so I auditioned, did the scene, used the space. Like, they liked it. They had me come back in a couple times, and then I felt really good about it. I forget why I was telling the story, but
what? Mark Hamill was not the voice in the video game. Mark Hamill was the voice in the animated series. But I could have sworn he did.
In the game, and Mark sat that one out. Mark Hamill was the voice actor in the animated series. Yeah, he was definitely in the... Really?
So he just did the same character.
City and Asylum. It was Troy Baker.
God, Arkham City was so good.
Really?
Wait, which was the first one? The second one, I mean. That was City, right?
Arkham Asylum is the first one.
Right. City was the bomb. Was the fantastic one.
Yeah, and then there's Arkham...
I'm lost, guys.
What's the third one called? Arkham Knight. You didn't like Arkham Knight?
One of them...
The final with the Batmobile?
Oh, then that's the one I played, yeah.
That's the third one. The Batmobile was a little heavy-handed in that one. There was a little too much Batmobile. Like, the tank mode, it was like...
Yeah, I still like that.
It was good.
Did Mark Hamill play it in Arkham Knight? Or was that Troy Baker? Because that's the one I played the most, so maybe that's why I'm freaking out.
Well, I don't think Joker was in the third one, was he?
Yeah. He comes back as like a ghost you see.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. He's like in your head, I think. Because the very beginning of the game is you light Joker's body on fire. Remember that?
Yeah. That was... That is the way... What if that was your introduction to the series? It's the darkest way to open a game. Like, it's not press start to begin.
And it wasn't even start. You had to, like, because it doesn't tell you what to do anything.
You have to figure out what the objective.
You're just like, why is it just a camera of Joker's dead body? And then you start pushing buttons and the flame rises up in the background. Yeah,
it's awful.
It was pretty awful.
It's like, what? You open. Is it time to stop?
It's getting pretty close. I was gonna try and beat one castle, but I'm doing terribly, and I'm getting distracted. Apparently, you need your wits about you to play this game.
Yeah.
I did get the flippers though, right at the beginning, so that's something. But I feel like I'm close because I've covered most everything.
You got the key and everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's the boss room.
But
What?
I can't get there.
Well, you go left and then up, right? I mean, it's as easy as that. Well, what do we got here? There's 3...
The problem is,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have the map yet. Do I? I do have the map.
Oh, okay.
So I can see all the rooms. All right. So what the F? There's a locked door. I just need to find one more key. Okay. I think we can arrange that.
Mark Hamill was the Joker in Arkham Knight.
Okay. That's why then.
Troy Baker played 2. But wasn't Mark Hamill in the first one, and then he said he wasn't ever going to voice Joker again because he didn't know? There's a lot. We're going to have to start Googling. I kind of like just speculating, though.
Well, he seems to know.
Yeah. Troy Baker played 2 out of the 3 games.
But they both did the same
character.
voice.
That's crazy. That is a perfect impression.
Yeah.
No wonder they hire him for everything. They just hand him stuff. They just give it to him. He did a really good Ocelot too. He's just got that voice. You know, it's like, it's just really good.
Get off me, you punk ass flame bitch.
What is this? You're opening up your larynx. Kind of just.
Yeah, Josh is taking voice lessons.
Yeah. I'm taking voice. I'm learning to sing, guys.
He said he couldn't be in the band anymore unless he did.
Yeah. So I'm taking a voice class.
Okay, there it is. That's what I have to get to. So I have to go. Oh, this is easy. Okay.
Oh, okay. You swim across. You got to raise the water, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, totally.
No, Josh. No. Except I screwed up.
Oof.
I got it, guys. We're good. Then you're gonna watch me struggle to beat the
final boss.
final boss, and then we're gonna call it a night.
Troy Baker played 2. Two-Face and Jason Todd in Arkham Knight.
But he played Joker in the first 2 games, but not in the third. But he played 2 other characters in the third. That's what we're saying here, right?
Really?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he must be the new it guy.
He's not that new though.
No, he's been in everything
Yeah.
for the past however many years. Yeah, that was years ago when I had that audition.
If you guys are ever bored, you can Google. What was the Jedi game that I was?
Oh, you did. Yeah, you did. Was it a trailer?
The trailer for one of the big. That wasn't even the key.
Oh no.
Still got to be in that room though. This is starting to get frustrating, guys. What was I saying?
You were saying...
And then there was another one called like Dragonstone, Dragon Blood, Blood Dragon, something.
Blood Dragon.
There's 2 games, 2 video game trailers that I mocapped for, and one of them was.
Oh right.
It was a bunch of Jedis crashing.
Yeah.
A ship into a building, and then because I guess I have a black belt in wushu.
I guess I have a black belt
because
in
I
wushu.
earned it, but I couldn't do any of it anymore. So.
Oh, you can't do any of it now.
No,
You mean?
I can barely touch my toes now.
Is that primarily what you need to be able to do to?
It was the thing that everyone did after the Matrix, because it's just a very theatrical martial art, and there happened to be a school about 20 feet from our house that we lived in, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, you got insanely good at it.
Yeah. And then once you stop, so that's why I feel like they should take away your black belt. Not that I want them to, but like I don't deserve it now.
I think about that too, because my brother is a black belt in Aikido, and you know he just got his black belt and then stopped taking Aikido.
Yeah.
but I'm like,
Dragon Age. Dragon Age. That was it.
oh, Dragon Age. What about Dragon Age?
I was in that trailer too.
You're in that trailer?
Mhm. And if you know me at all, you can totally tell it's me by the way I run, because I have a really funny run on my toes. I'm the main guy in that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't remember that. I remember the Star Wars one. That was
Yeah.
awesome. And I remember Batty, hey, she's trying to get that fortune cookie. No, those aren't for puppies. Those are for peoples. Do you really want the cookie? Hashtag Hammerfist.
Yeah, man. Did we talk about the hammer fist at some point? We must have.
What's Hammerfist?
That's that thing that Australian guy came up with that you could like blow someone's lung up.
Oh yeah, yeah, I do remember that.
Took a couple lessons from him.
Oh yeah, you took from that guy.
Yeah, I could never really do the hammer fist.
Yeah, it made your heart explode, right?
It could if you did it right.
That was the point.
Yeah, it was like this. Focus all your chi or whatever into this one strike. It was like
All of your
that.
hate,
It was like a whip of hate.
all of your disdain for this person, and then thoo, into their heart and make it explode with your hatred.
But he would do like, here's like 5%, and you'd be on the
Floored.
floor. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it would just kind of like linger inside your. He's like, the way he described it was like your. You know, like Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch. You go flying backwards across the room,
Yeah.
but it didn't hurt. The punch didn't hurt but it held kinetic energy. This strike keeps all that energy in the body and just bounces around inside you. You don't go anywhere, but it does much more damage.
Right.
Or that's what he said.
Hashtag Hammerfist.
You could probably Google it. Quaking palm. It was like this. It was like, but it was this whole like hip motion involved.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember
Yeah.
you kind of showing me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Guys, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna give up soon. I'm gonna try to go where I was one more time and see if there's something I missed. Otherwise, we're done for the night.
Are those not doors right there?
They are, but I've been there, and there's a locked door, and I need one more key, and I must have done something out of order because I don't see it. More dog cam.
Yeah. Daddy's a snuggly do.
If anyone wants to lead me correct, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Does anybody have a map open?
Does anyone have the issue of Nintendo Power?
Yeah. Does have that Nintendo Power available, please?
Does the water come back? No. Because that could be the way to do that.
What's up those stairs?
Just back where you were. Oh, you know what it is? I think I know where it is. It's in this room that I avoided. Yeah, this is it, guys. I remembered.
How do you know?
Because you gotta pull that thing's tongue, if I remember correctly.
Really?
It just came to me
Just
just now. Okay. Nope. I guess not. What is that thing then? Son of a bitch.
yeah, JC, could you look at it? I actually have the first 200-ish Nintendo Powers downloaded. Consult the game facts. I know.
Oh!
I think
What is that thing in there? That if I can't... Why is he in there?
he's not just art?
I know you can pull a tongue at some point.
They don't just have nice art in this game?
Tapestries?
Yeah. Statues. Busts.
legit could look this up. Alright, let's look at the map one last time. I have half a heart.
So you need to go up and then right, and then it goes up right up.
No, those two go down. That's the problem. There's a whole nother floor. There's just a key up there that I don't have. Maybe it's like right at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, one more life.
Or 5 minutes, whatever happens. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Cute puppies.
I think the next thing we're gonna do is work on some vocals for Stalker,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. That's the
Trying to
plan.
do that sometime next week. This is a little late for us East Coast people, right? It's like almost midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to do earlier day streams if... I guess we could do...
You could come over as long as Mom says it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would have to be like a... what, 3? Because people get out of work. But nobody's gonna watch a stream at 6, are they? What's prime stream time, I wonder? If you get too hung up on that, though,
Yeah,
then
then you don't get
we're not gonna do any music.
Something happens after this stream, by the way. I don't know what.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do we get something? Do we get like a...
Some kind of badge.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Yeah, I uploaded... Did I tell you I uploaded all the badges? And, like, you can do, like, little GIFs, I guess, when people cheer and subscribe
Nice.
and stuff. I don't really know...
How that employs.
Yeah, but they needed a bunch of, like, GIFs and small images, so I kind of had fun with finding a bunch of Mega Man and Castlevania and Mega Man X, like, items and images from the sprite files and stuff, so those are in there somehow. I think when you start cheering you get like a badge. I don't know how it works though. I hope it's awesome.
We do it all for you guys. Okay, where am I? Yeah, so
Where does that door go?
where do those stairs go? They go up. But I've been in here like 10 times. See? It's just here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it does nothing. Oh, you can swoop those. Nice. Oh wait, this does do something. Son of a. Maybe it's that. Maybe the key is just under that. Because I can't pull that switch. Okay, fine. This is the room. It's right here that I'm stuck because the boss is right on the other side. It's right upstairs.
Is it above you?
Yeah.
Can you open the wall? Is there a way to...
No. I thought it was after pulling that dude's tongue. But we have them as emotes on Discord. What does that mean?
Oh, they have them as emotes. I guess Discord is connected to Twitch.
Ah!
Oh!
Wild guess.
Holy moly! Run.
No, I want a heart.
Oh.
guys. We in business.
We in business.
What the? Uses a hook shot as a weapon more. Doesn't work on water. Oh, great.
Nothing does.
Oh no! How am I supposed to kill those guys?
Is that on the map?
I don't think so.
Does this spell something? Looks like it does.
TIC?
Tick?
Tick? That can't be right. I really can't kill those guys. That's hilarious.
Can you arrow him? Boomerang him?
Boomerang Kawanger?
Oh, maybe because you're above them?
Yeah. I gotta lead him over here. Hey guys.
See, okay, so it says they have them as emotes, both of them. Usually when you cheer enough next to your name, you get a badge next to your name. Also, if you want to see cheer notifications or follow notifications, you may need to need Streamlabs for that. Right. I think I missed a few things.
And then, how do we stream to YouTube as well from OBS?
Yeah, does anybody know how to do that? I found a YouTube video. I'll have to... Oh, there he is.
So here we go. Let me use the hook shot to like pull one of these.
Oh, you just pull his balls off?
Yeah. Pretty much. 2 hearts left.
You got this. That's plenty of life.
Plenty of life.
Restream IO.
All right, write that down. So it basically takes the stream and then re-streams it, I'm guessing.
Ah! Restream IO. Okay.
I forgot we have save states.
Oh yeah, those are handy. Cheating. Hashtag cheating. Restroom IO.
Got it.
Oh, it makes a custom stream key to stream to both platforms. Awesome. Thanks, Jet. Thanks, JC. We'll look it up. Yeah, we were trying to figure that out, but it wasn't something we could figure out in 15 minutes before we started streaming. So I'll spend some time tomorrow trying to understand what it is.
What it is, blood.
What it is. Can you get to him quickly now, do you think?
Yeah,
or-
I think so.
Okay.
But I'd probably die just as quickly, but I'll use a save state.
Restream is free, but it will append simulcast with restream.io or something in the description. Cool.
That's okay, right? Can you pay to have that removed?
Probably. We can probably pay for
Like
it.
a tattoo you don't want anymore?
Did I tell you that's what I'm gonna do? That's what I've decided. Like, when I turn 50, I'm gonna just start tattooing myself up pretty good.
Why 50?
I feel like 50 is a tough age to turn. You know, I always hear about people struggling with like 50, like 30's a milestone, 40's a milestone, but 50's like, ugh, like it's a little tough. And I just feel like there's got to be a way to be super badass at 50. And I feel like if I'm gonna get old and, you know, wrinkly, like I gotta have a bunch of cool tattoos, because then people will fear me.
I feel like Robin's probably not going to let you get wrinkly. She'll have some...
Yeah, some regimen she puts me on. No, I don't know. I just want to. I don't know. I saw this. I went bike riding a while ago, and I stopped off to take a break, and this dude rolled up, and he had like white hair. He had to be 50 plus. He got off. He was like a little paunchy. Got off of his bike. Just older dude, not bad looking or anything. But he sits down, and he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey." And I realize he's got 2 full sleeve tattoos
That looked fresh.
that were fresh. Like they were all like, one of them was just done. Like he added something to it and it was all shiny. And I
Okay,
was
here we go.
like, that is
Sleeve,
so
sleeve.
badass. And he was like, I forget what we were talking about, but he was a super like cool, normal dude. And I was like, oh my God, I could be like this guy. I'm gonna get tattoos when I'm 50. Because who gets tattoos when they're 50?
Josh Breeding. apparently.
Josh Breeding. Also, it gives me time to think about them.
Dude, I've been thinking about one for so long that I know what I would get immediately, but I just can't pull the trigger.
Wasn't it gonna be was it your crest?
It was based on that, but it was gonna cover my whole back and one arm, so, you know, because I can't do anything small.
Yeah. Jet says, when you are someone who's pressured, 20s becomes 1 quarter life crisis.
When you're someone who's pressured,
20s becomes 1 quarter life crisis stinks. Yeah.
okay. Now what?
Oh, now you just gotta whack him.
Oh. Okay, wait. Save state. It's not working. Gotta hit him in the eyeball.
Uh-huh. There you go. With 1 heart.
Oh!
Oh, baddie, Jesus. Or is that you?
I did not fart. It was not me.
It just smells. It smells an alarming amount like Chinese food. That's all.
Unless I farted out of nerves.
It's a nerve fart.
Yeah.
I think it's baddie. I think
Did she get some Chinese food?
maybe. You know what? She. Well, I don't know. I don't think it would have affected her that quickly.
Was it you?
No, it wasn't me. Baddie's little butt is right here. It's got to be her.
Ah!
Oh. She had different dog food too, so I'm sure that
Let's try that again.
adds a little extra flavor to her.
See, this would be another one where it would be great to attack diagonally.
Oh, it's 41 bucks a month to remove the branding thing for Restream.
That's a lot. That seems like a lot.
Yeah, Restream will also let you chat to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time with one program.
Okay.
That's kind of cool. Don't forget the charge blade thing.
Oh yeah. Good point.
Says charismatic alchemist.
Genius. You walk a little slower,
But it's worth it.
yep.
Gives you a little more control.
So you can attack diagonally.
Oh, that's basically your... You do a round attack.
Thank you.
Yeah! You did it!
Only took 4 save states. All right. Oops.
Story. I see something.
This is one of the 7 maidens that
Hey, girl. Link, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. What were they doing to her?
clutching her. We did it, guys. Feels good.
Yeah.
So that's 2 down. We got the hook shot, the power glove.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Yeah.
What do you think of Link to the Past?
It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
The wishes. As long as that person lives.
Mm-hmm.
See, this used to be the Golden Land. Why do they call him Aganhim and Ganon and Ganondorf?
Aganon?
Aganhim is the first time they mention his name in this game. A-G-A-N-H-I-M.
Really?
Anybody?
Agon.
Yeah, they're clutchers. Monster clutchers.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar with a ton of Zelda lore. I played a few of them, but not all. And also
What? It's always me. The only one. I love this question.
Do you
This
understand?
answer. Yes? Not at all. Not even. None.
Not at all. Do you understand? Not at all. Really?
No, I wasn't listening. Alrighty. And we're done for the night. I gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go to sleep.
Time to go.
Love you all. Thanks for the help.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
Boosh.
See you guys. Thanks.